My name is Emily. I am a professional singer and a teacher of pop and jazz vocals. But today I want to tell you not about music, but about an event that turned my whole life upside down. During that period of my life, I was a convinced, even a hardline materialist. I did not believe in any esoteric practices, energies, life after death, or anything like that. For me, all of that was fairy tales. I was about 20 years old, and my musicians and I had arrived for a concert. During the performance, I suddenly felt very ill. I had a hellish pain in my stomach. But we are artists, we always smile. So I finished the program, hiding the excruciating pain. After the concert, it only got worse. We called an ambulance, and I was taken to the hospital along with my parents, who had managed to arrive. The doctors immediately suspected appendicitis and literally dragged me to the operating table. I remember the anesthesiologist's mask, a deep breath, and everything started to swim. The next thing I saw was the tops of the doctors' heads, bent over the operating table. I still didn't understand what was happening. My consciousness seemed to separate and began to rise higher and higher, and then I saw it from the side, my own body, lying on the table, and around it, bustling medics. And only a moment later it dawned on me. My God, that's me. That's my body. And I am me. And I'm looking at all of this from above, from the ceiling. I saw the entire operating room as a whole, how the assistants were handing instruments, how they were wheeling in the machines. And then I realized that the doctors were starting to panic. They were shouting something, and a phrase reached me that would have made my soul freeze if it had been in my body at that moment. "We're losing her. Her heart has stopped." And then real chaos began. The surgeons were shouting, "Breathe! Breathe! We're losing her! Give her a shock faster!" The defibrillator came into play. Among the commands, even profanity slipped through. In that critical moment, no one was choosing their words. And in that moment, I felt myself leaving the operating room. I saw it, that very tunnel. So many people talk about it, and it is real. At its end shone an incredibly bright, warm, and loving light. And I flew towards it. This feeling is indescribable. Incredible lightness, absolute calm and joy, as if you are finally returning home to the safest place in the universe. I didn't have a single drop of fear or doubt. I just knew that everything was good. It's hard to say how long it lasted, seconds or an eternity. In the out-of-body experience, time flows differently. There is no place for negative emotions, only the feeling that everything with you is in complete order. And then, I was jerked back sharply. The first thing I remember is the deafening, hoarse gasp that erupted from my chest. That was me. I was brought back. My heart started beating again, and now, with my own ears lying on the table, I heard the voices of the doctors and the sounds of the equipment. Everything after that was like in a fog. The hospital ward, recovery after the operation. My parents came to see me, asking how I was feeling. And I, still not believing what had happened, told them, as if in passing, what I had seen and heard in the operating room. I repeated word for word all the shouts and commands, even the ones with profanity. And then, my parents cried. At first, I didn't understand why. And they explained to me that everything I had described happened at the moment when my heart had stopped, when I was clinically dead and physically couldn't see or hear anything. But I knew everything. This overturned my worldview. I am often asked what religion I adhere to. I still consider myself an atheist in the traditional sense, but if someone asks me if I believe in God, in something greater, my answer is a definite and firm yes. Because they showed me, they let me feel that other side of reality for myself. And I know that it exists.
If this story resonated with you, if you've had a similar experience, please share it in the comments. Your opinion is very important to us, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Mystical Stories. Here we collect the most incredible and truthful stories from eyewitnesses. Like this video to let us know you're interested, and we'll make more content like this for you.